Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn about the various type of standard lights present in 3ds Max. To create the lights, we can go to the create menu from the menu bar, then lights and standard lights. Or else we can go to the create tab in the comment panel, then lights and choose standard from the drop down menu. Here you shall get all the available standard lights in 3ds Max. Let's open up our scene and we shall discuss about the lights individually. Let's start with the spotlights. We get two different spotlights in 3ds Max. The spotlights are like flashlight or headlight and casts focused beam of light in a conical manner. Let's start with the target spotlight. Here you shall take the target spot option and this can be drawn on the viewport. The target spotlight has a target object by which the light can be aimed at a particular direction. But in case of a free spotlight, there are no target object present. So the light can be aimed at a particular direction by rotating and moving. Both the spotlights has same set of attributes, which can be found in the modify tab on the comment panel. Select the spotlight and go to the modify tab. Here we shall get a checkbox under shadow parameter. By turning this on, shadows can be generated for the objects lit up with the light. Next we shall get intensity color attenuation parameter group. Here we can adjust the multiplier parameter to make the light more stronger or weaker in respect of intensity. We can have colored light by changing the color attribute, and any type of color can be assigned according to the need. Next we shall take a look into the spotlight parameter group. Here we are getting two attributes called hotspot and fall off. By changing the hotspot value, we can change the coverage area of the particular light, and by changing the fall off value, the edge of the hotspot can be softened out. The spotlight cone have two types of available shape. One is circular and another is rectangular. Spotlights are very useful for simulating focused light in a scene. Let's have a look into the directional lights. Like spotlights, there are two directional lights available in 3ds Max. First we shall take a target directional light, which has a target object like the target spotlight, and the target object can be used to aim the light in a particular direction. But the free directional light doesn't have any target object and can be aimed in a particular direction by changing the rotation and the movement. For the directional lights, the parameters are nearly same as the spotlight. We can turn on the shadow checkbox to get the shadow of the objects lit with the particular light. The intensity multiplier and the color values can be changed accordingly to the need. In case of directional light, we shall get the directional parameter. Here we shall get hotspot and fall off parameters similarly like spotlights. By the hotspot value, the coverage area of the light can be changed, and with the help of fall off value, the edges of the hotspot can be softened out. Directional lights also have a circular or rectangular shape for the distribution of light. Let's have a look of the Omni light. This light casts the light rays in every possible direction from a point source. This light can be compared with the light bulbs available in real world. Let's have a look in the parameters of the Omni light. Here we can turn on the shadow of the Omni light, and by the nature of casting the shadow, it can be easily understood that the light rays are being emitted in an omnidirectional manner. Here we shall get the other common parameters like intensity multiplier and color. But the Omni light doesn't have any hotspot or fall off parameter, as it is omnidirectional light source and cannot be focused in a particular part of the scene. Next, we shall discuss about the skylight. The skylight acts like a daylight or skylight source found in the real world. On a cloudy day, the effect of skylight can be clearly seen as no sunlight remains present. This light generates very soft shadows in the scene. In the skylight, we shall get the multiplier value to adjust the light as how much this will be strong or weak in respect of intensity. The color of the light also can be changed or a map can be assigned to it. This light meant to use with the light tracer plugin, which is under advanced lighting option. There are two other lights present in 3ds Max, MR area omni and MR area spot. These lights work like standard omni or spotlight when rendered with the default scanline renderer, but has some advanced parameters while rendered with mental ray renderer. Alright, now we shall discuss about the various type of shadows present in 3ds Max. Let's start up with our scene. Here we have taken a free spotlight to illuminate our character. We shall turn on the shadow parameter from the modify tab. By default, the shadow map parameter is selected. Shadow map generates soft shadows and rendered quicker than the other shadow types. But shadow map does not work well with the transparent objects, as it cannot create transparent shadows. In this type of situations, ray trace shadow can be used, which supports transparency in the shadows. But ray trace shadow takes longer time to render. Ray trace shadow generally works well in most of the situations. There is also another type of shadow called advanced ray trace. This advanced ray trace shadow is very much similar to the ray trace shadow, but in respect of controlling the shadow, there are advanced options available. Another shadow type is available here called area shadow. This shadow type delivers very realistic looking shadows. The soft edges in an area shadow increases as the distance between the object and the shadows increases. Area shadows also take larger time to render. Thank you for watching.